Hi and welcome back to my channel again. You possibly have heard me in previous videos talk about the Core Web Vitals. This is something Google is planning to roll out towards the end of the year, possibly in 2021. It's a measurement Google is going to use to see how healthy they feel your website is and how good a user experience you're providing for your viewers and your readers. So this is a bit of a controversy at the moment. Everybody's panicking a little bit, and I'm not going to go into this video what it is and how you can correct it. There's some great videos out there. Amelia Gardner's brought a fantastic little video out on her channel. I'll leave a card or something up in the screen now. Go check that out. And what I wanted to tell you is I recently was looking in Mediavine's Facebook group, and they was talking about this here, and it's something Mediavine are really focusing on at the moment, because part of this measurement is how fast the first large piece of content loads on your site, whether that be an image, a header, a video, an article, whatever that may be. It's one of the ranking factors within this measurement, and it's very difficult to actually see page by page what that measurement is. If you go in your Google Analytics into your Google Search Console, you'll see the Core Web Vitals tab on the left hand side, and that shows you an overall score and how your website's doing. This measurement is done page by page, and it's also different between mobile and desktop. So that number and that data within the Google Search Console is a little bit difficult to actually see. Yes, it can tell you what the issue is per page, but you've got to load each page up in Google Search Console. Now, I found a quick way, and that's what this video is about, just to give you a heads up. Google have actually released a Chrome extension, and it's called Web Vitals. It's a free Chrome extension, and it's really simple to use, and what it actually does is you can flick through your website just like a visitor would, and as you're running through and flicking through tabs and buttons and videos, the numbers will change from the Chrome extension. You'll see your actual Core Vital numbers and stats turning green or red depending on how good they are, without having to flick from page to page. So it's much quicker to actually see what your score is throughout your whole website rather than page by page. Now, the Core Web Vitals is something that I'm interested in. If Google's saying this is going to be a ranking factor, then it interests me. Now, some people are not getting too carried away with it, and I suggest you don't get too worried about it. Just create a really fast loading website with hardly any plugins on and optimized images, and you should be okay. You know, if your experience for the user feels really good and looks really good, then it probably is, and Google will see that. But it's something I'm interested in, and I'm certainly going to play around with this plugin over the next few days. So if you want to head over to Compute with me now, I'll show you where you can get it, how to download it, and what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is just Google Core Web Vitals Chrome extension, and as you can see, there it is, and it comes up with a number of options here, and the one you want is the one at the top. And then you see you're over at the Chrome Web Store, and you simply add to Chrome, and it'll say, do you want to add this extension? Click yes, and the extension is now activated. It has a square symbol at the top to show you that it's activated. Okay, so once you've got that installed, you can head over to your website. I'm going to use Wirecutter as an example, and you simply go to your extension, Web Vitals, activate that, and you can see here it now shows you the metrics that it is showing you. There's 3 metrics that it uses. I'm not a specialist on this. I've not researched this too much. I'm going to start playing around with it over the next few days, but one or two things that I'm aware of. The largest contentful paint is, I believe, the first large piece of data it sees on your website. So that might be an image. So in this example, it could be this image of this bicycle here. And it shows you, as you flick through the website, that can actually change. So on mobile, it could be different, and on desktop, it could be different. So you might fix this issue. So let's say this image here is causing a problem. You may fix this, and that might sort your mobile score out. but it might not sort your desktop score out. So there's a varying factors in it. This is why it's quite difficult, and why a lot of people are in a little bit of up in arms about it, because it's not very clear what you actually need to do. But this does give you some information. As you can see here, this site is green and all looking good. The second thing you need to remember is that it does change, so as you flick through. So if we go to a new piece of content, let's open another article here, click that metric again, you can see again this one is still all green, so there's no issues with this. So let's go to one of my websites and see if we can find something that's got an error. So here we are over at fishkeepingforever.com, and if I click the extension again, you can see it's showing all green for this one landing page. So I'm really happy with that, it's really good. But if we click into an article, so again, click the extension, again, this was looking good, so I'm really happy with that. But if we click through to one of my other articles and click the extension, you can see here that the box is red, indicating that there is an issue. So if we click that, you can see there that this is where the issue lies. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is the overall page. So it's not the first piece of content that shows. I think it's overall, because what it does, it takes an accumulation of the whole page. So from somebody scrolling from top to bottom, it measures everything across that whole page and gives you an accumulative number, and that's what that issue is here. So it's saying when people first land on here, the first impressions are looking good, then as they scroll through, we're getting some issues. Now that could be this video, it could be my ads. I know that is something Mediavine is actually working on, so lazy loading definitely would help this number, this metric. However, they still have found an issue with that, and they're fixing it at the moment, and I think they've come up with a solution for it. So if I get that information, I'll let you know as soon as I do. But it is something that a lot of companies are working on, because, you know, if Google say this is going to be a ranking factor, then I do think we need to take it seriously. But, you know, don't lose sleep over it. It's not something you should worry about too much. Just make sure your content is as good as you can, and try and get as many green symbols up here as possible. So as you can see, it's really simple, really easy. Let's just flick through to one more article. Let's see if we can find any other examples. So here we are on this one, and again I'm showing red. So if I click this, again, the start and the initial first impression and delay on the website is good, but there's some issue further down. Again, I've got a feeling it's this video that I've got embedded on my site. So there you go, hope that's helped. There you go. As you can see, it's really simple to use, and it gives you some metrics from this measurement that Google is going to use probably in 6 months' time, and hopefully your numbers are all green. But remember to use the plugin exactly like you would with a user. So have it live on your computer and flick through the pages, pretending you was a visitor, looking for articles, clicking through to videos, etc., and watch them numbers change. And then hopefully it'll give you a little bit of an insight which pages are performing better than others, why, and how you can correct it and make all your pages green and a better user experience for your visitors. So there you go, hope that's helped. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I have a ton of content coming out, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me.